Yes. And then it'll be the nice part where I don't know that we're live and we're just saying random things for the first few seconds.
Live!
Those are
live!
It's like those are the best ones. And sometimes
and I
people
was naked the whole time.
See, and that's the one, I promise you, that's the one that's going to be the first line that anybody hears. It's always the weirdest line that people hear first.
That's how it works.
Naked again?
Again. You know, today my body was just rejecting clothes. I had to actually go outside my house.
Oh, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Scripts Gone Wild. It's been a while since we've been coming at you. We've been on a pretty lengthy hiatus, but we're back with the film that challenged every idea we had about gender norms, The Birdcage. I am your host, Billy Ray Bruton, and we are super excited to be performing this evening as we raise money for an incredible queer film organization in Seattle, Washington called $3 Bill Cinema. $3 Bill produces both the Seattle Queer Film Festival and Translations, which is one of the country's only transgender film festivals, in addition to year-round film programming and all sorts of awesome stuff, but I might be biased because I am currently the managing director of $3 Bill Cinema. I just moved to Seattle about a month ago, and thus the lengthy absence of debauchery from your Wednesday nights. So this event was and is free to attend, but we highly encourage you to make donations to $3 Bill Cinema, and you can do that a couple of ways. You can do it via PayPal, and I'll give you the link now. It's paypal.me/scriptsgonewild, but I'll be posting it throughout the chat all night, and it's in the event description as well. You can also make donations via Venmo. @ScriptsGoneWild is our handle there, and every dime that's donated will go directly to $3 Bill Cinema. I will also be reminding you throughout the evening because that's part of the reason that I'm here. And either way works fine, Venmo or PayPal, what? I heard someone say something.
I think it was just, you know, it's Tourette's.
It's Tourette's.
I want to say congratulations, Billy Ray. I didn't know any of that.
Oh, yes.
Amazing. You're moving to Fraser City.
I know. That's really my only touch point for Seattle was Frasier. And I've watched those episodes like 1,000 times. And it was all geographically incorrect. Like nothing on that show makes sense if you live in Seattle. They might as well be in, you know, Tallahassee. So make a donation, whether it's $5 or $500, and we hope that you will, whether you're watching this live right now or you stumble upon it tomorrow or a month from now. But enough blathering. I'm going to introduce our incredible cast for the evening. We have Mink Stoll.
Yay!
Yay! We have Dill Shores.
Yay!
Please do that for everyone. We have Jason Stuart.
Yay!
Yay!
Emerson Collins.
Yay!
Yay!
Richard Leacock.
Yay!
Yay!
Mitch Hara.
Oh my God!
Yay!
Yay! You want to marry me?
Harmony Colangelo.
Yay!
Yay!
Natalie Nicole Dressel.
Yay!
In his 60th appearance, Rico Anderson.
Yay!
Yay!
Randy Thompson.
Yay!
Carolina Bonetti.
Yay!
Joni Matt.
Yay!
Kate Harold.
Yay!
Yay!
And you know, I just realized that we are actually missing someone. Alexis isn't here for some reason, but you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it in the script. You just can't keep track of everybody. So welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
Oh, Alexis just arrived.
Alexis has arrived.
Alexis has arrived. There she is.
Yes,
Hello.
Welcome. I knew she'd get here eventually. So yeah, thanks everybody for being here. It's been a while since we've done this, but I don't think I'm so dusty that we can't breeze through it and knock the Birdcage out like champs. For those folks at home who don't know how this works, Scripts Gone Wild is a drinking game. We're going to be reading a script, The Birdcage. If any of our readers mess up a line, flub a line, do anything that we can construe as a mistake, they have to take a drink. That is their own personal punishment for slowing the show down. We let our Twitter audiences choose what we call social words. These are words that whenever they're read aloud by the readers, it only counts if the readers say the words. It doesn't count if I read them in the stage direction. And whenever someone reads aloud in the dialogue one of these words, everybody takes a drink. And those words tonight are woman and show. We'll see how that goes. We also have our Patreon subscribers choose a finish your drink line. This is a popular line in the script that whenever we get to it, everyone finishes whatever drink is in their hand, whether it is a fresh pour or a couple of sips. And that line tonight is, I don't wear shoes. They make me fall down. I think that works. So I'm just going to ask randomly, Jason. You're a veteran. Jason, you're a veteran of Scripts Gone Wild. What did the audience have in store for them tonight?
I think it's going to be funny. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. It's going to be better than Cats.
Oh, it's going to be better than Cats.
Better than
movie.
That's a high bar, JC.
Oh, thank you so much.
Ridiculous.
I like that a lot. Yeah, so I mean, those are all the rules. Do any of our readers have any questions before we get rolling?
And how much do we get paid for this?
Oh, of course. It used to be 100,000. It's gone up. I mean, it's only skyrocketed. COVID has driven up the gold futures, which is what we invest in. And so now it's, sky's the limit, frankly.
Hell, I'd be richer than Jeff Bezos at this point, and I haven't gotten a dime since I started.
That's
Rico,
right.
What the hell?
Rico, can I move in with you? Because I think I need to.
And it has nothing to do with the money.
That's right. My God, I love it. Okay, well, if everybody has their questions answered, then I think it's probably time that we just dive into this thing.
Let's dive, baby.
Okay, let's start it up. I'll start us out. Page 1, The Birdcage, adapted from La Cage aux Folles, written by ELAINE May. Bless you, ELAINE May. Helicopter shot. The sea, dusk, glittering with the reflected light of sunset. Just ahead is the outline of a city, and we move in. We begin to see pale sand dotted with tan bodies, a pastel street filled with Art Deco buildings, an upscale tourist, and heavily trafficked road with a flashing yellow sign that says, no cruising when the light is flashing.
Get up, everybody, sing.
Great singing. And as it passes each one, a neon sign comes up revealing the name of the club or restaurant inside. We hear the sounds of music and voices mixing and blending with the opening song until we reach a sign that says Armand Goldman's The Birdcage, starring the Goldman Girls and Starina.
I won't tell no lie.
We are family.
There we go. There we go.
Everybody sing.
Wow. That's wonderful. Wow. A little knot of customers. Oh my God. A little knot of customers stands outside the Birdcage, mostly couples of various ages, and the camera follows them as they make their way through the door. A small dark room crammed with tables, 6 girls performing the opening number.
We are
family. I got all my sisters with me.
Yeah.
At the door, Armand Goldman greets a few incoming customers, then strolls through the club, inspecting his domain. He opens the door to a small kitchen where a kneeling chef is transferring a chicken breast from the floor back to a plate. He closes the door quickly and moves on, and a waiter comes up to him.
The Kennedys are here again for supper. It's the 3rd time this week. Shall I give them a free round of drinks?
Ted?
No, just the younger Kennedys.
Oh, I wish we could get Ted. Give him a free round of coffee.
Backstage, narrow, cramped, little more than a quarter lined with cubicles and doors. The stage manager, Cyril, stands poised, holding a wig and a costume, his eyes on the stage. Armand walks up to him.
Where's Starina?
Agator just called. She'll be down in 5. Whoops!
Cyril springs into action as the opening number ends and one of the girls runs off stage, tearing off her costume for a quick change. Under the sequin bra is a flat chest. Under the flowing wig is a crew cut. Under the little silk skirt is a jock strap made of ace bandages and tape. Armand peeks out at the audience.
We should try 3 shows on Saturday. Look at that crowd.
A door in the opposite. Oh, you know what? I heard shows.
Whoa!
That means drink.
We're being specific.
Oh, yeah. A door in the opposite wall suddenly flies open, missing the changing performer and Cyril by inches. A dark, barefoot man in leopard skin shorts, Agador, stands on the bottom step, panting.
Starina won't go on. She's still in her robe.
Oh, damn.
I don't know what happened this time.
Go back upstairs and try to get her dressed. I'll be right behind you. Oh, for sake.
Ay, Madonna Mia.
Agador,
Just tell Carmen to go get Starina's number ready, just in case. You understand?
Don't be stern. I'll fall apart. Oh my God.
and Jason just did something really good there. If you see little short periods of like description between the dialogue, just skip over those. We don't need those. He did the right thing there.
Thank you.
Bedroom, dressing room, clutching a flimsy robe about him as he faces Agador.
Okay, just put these on, por favor.
No, Agador. Victoria Page will not dance the dance of the red shoes tonight or any other night.
Okay, just the stockings?
Victoria Page is dead.
Just this stocking?
Do you know how she died?
No.
Alone. Weeping for her lover. For each man kills the thing he loves. Have you eaten? You look haggard.
Por favor, please,
Here.
Mrs.
These are supplements. I bought them for Armand, but that's all over now.
Stairs leading up to the apartment. Armand hurries up the last few and opens the door, revealing a living room. He walks in and calls.
Albert!
Ah!
Sarina runs to the door, and before Agador can stop him, he locks it and leans against it. Armand begins knocking.
Come on, Albert, open the door.
Get out!
Albert, open it.
Let's open the door for him, shall we? Let's be nice.
No! I don't want him to see me. I'm hideous.
The door suddenly bursts open, and Armand stands there holding his shoulder. Starina screams wildly, then runs to the window and covers herself with a curtain.
Aye.
Do you want to ruin me?
Look at me. I'm hideous. Hideous. Fat and hideous. Oh, Agador, I'm in such pain.
I know. It will pass.
It will never pass. I hate my life. Don't forget to take those supplements.
Are you crazy? Do you realize that there's a packed house out there?
That's all I am to you, isn't it? A meal ticket.
Oh, I can't stand this.
Never mind about my feelings. Never mind about my suffering. It's just about your show. Not even our show, your show. Well, I want a palimony agreement and I want it now.
Well, I don't have a palimony agreement on me now. Is tomorrow all right?
Don't use that tone to me. That sarcastic, contemptuous tone that means you know everything because you're a man and I know nothing because I'm a woman.
Drink.
Not a woman.
Double drink.
You bastard.
Take it easy, Armand.
Whatever I am, he made me. I was adorable once, young and full of hope. Now I'm this short, fat, insecure, middle-aged thing.
I made you short?
Cyril enters.
Cyril, where are you?
Cyril.
Oh, for
Cyril?
God.
Oh shit.
Drink. Alexis, drink.
I'm sorry. A text went through.
Good job, Alexis.
What
Good
do
job.
I do? What do I do? The number's nearly over. Do I send Carmen on for Starina?
Yes.
No! How dare you?
Do it.
Cyril
No.
starts out. Cyril stops.
Cyril.
Cyril
No.
starts out. Cyril stops.
No.
Please, I'll go on.
Cyril.
Don't give my number away.
Hmm.
I'll be good. You'll see.
All right. Put the Mambo number and tell Dante and Beatrice to stand by with the staircase. Go.
My hands are shaking. Agador, I need some hearing tablets quickly.
What are you talking about?
Here, one before the show and one after, but no more.
Thank you. Thank you. My
Of course.
darling Agador. Give me a moment.
Agador and Armand start out. Albert snuffs a piece of
What are
candy
you
into his
doing?
mouth.
Why are you giving him drugs? What the hell is Perrin tablets?
They're aspirins with an A and the S scratched off.
Oh, no. Good God. What a brilliant idea.
Dressing room. Albert is running a razor over his arms. Armand runs in and stops.
I don't believe this. You're shaving your arms now?
Well, I didn't have time to wax. Indifference is the most awful thing in the world, Armand. I've lost and gained over 100 pounds in the last year. I've yo-yoed from a 16 to a 10 to a 16, and you never said a word. Not one hint of encouragement or validation. If it wasn't for the Pirin tablets, I don't think I could go on.
Albert, please. I'm going to kill myself if you don't finish making up.
You don't love me anymore, Armand.
Oh, shit.
There's a man in your life, isn't there? I sense it. And I saw a bottle of white wine chilling in the refrigerator. I only drink red, and so do you.
There's no man. I'm switching to white because red has tanned us. There are 150 people out there waiting for you. Waiting for the applause for you. The applause for the great Starina.
What do you do while I'm on stage? Where do you go while I'm killing myself on stage? Oh, go ahead. Hit me. Go on. That's what you want to do, isn't it? Well, do it. Hit me. Go on. Go on.
Armand glances discreetly at his watch and then strikes out without aiming. His hand connects vaguely with Albert's shoulder, and Albert screams and falls to the ground as if shot. Armand holds his hand, wincing in pain.
No more, please. No. Are you all right?
I hurt my thumb.
Oh my God, forgive me.
No. Forgive me, my little roundness, my little teddy bear.
Do you love me? Swear that you do. You love me. Swear that you love me.
Of course I love you.
Don't hurt me.
No.
My king.
My queen.
Club. The mambo number is still going on, and Cyril stands in the wings, biting his lip, his eyes on his watch. Immediately behind him, two girls stand poised on either side of a small freestanding spiral staircase. Suddenly, Cyril turns, closes his eyes in relief, and looks up on the out-of-frame top of the staircase and says,
Climb down, Carmen. He made it.
They stand silhouetted in the doorway.
Go, my queen.
My king.
He wafts out of frame. The mambo music fades, and Cyril hits a switch, and the lights go, and Armand walks forward and speaks into a mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the incomparable Starina!
Beatrice and Dante push the staircase on stage. A single spot hits the bottom rung and then moves up higher and higher until a pair of leopard boots appear, followed by legs, a pair of leopard gloves holding a leopard muff, and then finally Starina's head wearing a leopard hat.
Hello. I'm just back from safari. Like him? Oh, don't look at me like that. I didn't kill him. He died and left me everything. Hello, darling. Back again? Oh, look at those teeth. You must be a Kennedy. Where are the adorable couple who's celebrating their anniversary here tonight? Mon congrats, you sweeties. And I may be celebrating something myself soon. I think I found the one. And he's not a white hunter or the gorgeous pilot who flew me to meet the Sultan of Brunei or even the Sultan of Brunei himself, who shall remain nameless. Fuck me. He's just a boy who works behind the counter of a 7-Eleven near the airport. I know this grocery clerk, unprepossessing.
Armand stands in the wings watching for a few moments as Albert sings, then begins backing towards the door that leads upstairs, then freezes as Albert turns and sings a line to him, then starts again, then stops as a tall black man dressed in the identical costume to Starina steps into his path. This is Carmen.
I just want to say very calmly, very quietly, that it isn't fair to make me get all ready, then do Serena's number, and then take it away, because Albert decided to move his ass.
Don't you dare talk that way about Albert. And you're absolutely right.
He bolts for the stairs. Armand's apartment. Agador, the maid, now wearing a big hair and red wig, is on the patio taking down the laundry and lip-syncing to Starina's number, which drifts from upstairs. Armand rushes in.
Get the laundry down and get that white out of the refrigerator and put it in the bucket with 2 glasses and take the night off.
Why do you treat me like a servant?
Because you're a fucking houseman. Now hurry.
My father was a shaman of my tribe. My mother was a high priestess.
Well, it was pretty dumb of them to move to New Jersey.
It was, wasn't it? But they wanted to have a career. When do I get to audition again?
When you have talent. Will you move and take off Albert's wig, or I'll tell him that you're wearing it.
Oh, really? And I'm going to tell him that you're seeing someone else while he's on stage, you...
Go!
Agador tosses his head proudly and twirls out with the laundry.
And don't lock the front door when you leave.
Armand hurries into the bedroom, whips off his jacket, and begins applying pancake. After a moment, Agador slouches out of the door, wearing thong sandals and a pouch purse slung over his shoulder. He saunters down the street as a taxi draws up to the side entrance and a young man gets out. Armand, makeup completed, hurries out of the bedroom and begins fussily adjusting the candles, then stops as a voice behind him says, Hi.
Hi.
The young man, there we go, Val stands silhouetted in the doorway and Armand rushes to embrace him.
You keep getting better looking.
Thanks. So do you.
No. Really? I'm so bloated. Do you really think that I look good?
Primo.
Oh, you're sweet. I'm so glad you let your hair grow. Did you eat?
I'm fine.
Would you like something to drink or?
Beer if you have it.
I do not. Talk about bloat. White wine.
Swell. How long's Albert been on?
We just started and I gave Avador the night off, so we're all alone as requested. Since when do you like beer?
Look, I have something to tell you.
Yes.
And I don't want you to get how you get.
Oh my God.
I'm getting married. Hello?
Yes.
I didn't want to tell you over the phone. It's a girl. I met her at school. A wonderful girl. A really great girl. Are you upset?
But let me tell you why. First of all, you're only 20.
Look, Pop, I know I'm young, but you've always said I was a very level-headed guy. And I am. I have job offers. I know what I want my future to be. And I have an incredible role model.
Oh, please.
I do. I'm the only guy in my fraternity who doesn't come from a broken home.
Stop flattering me. It's cheap. Well, this thing is a joke, isn't it? Yesterday you were just a little fat thing in diapers going down that slide with your quack quack. Remember Mr. Quack Quack? I still think Albert has it somewhere. And today you're getting married.
Is it all right, Pop?
Does it matter?
Yes. I want to hear you say it's all right before Albert comes up and starts screaming.
Well, I won't. I can't. It's too crazy. If you do this, you're on your own. Don't come to me. Don't ask me for anything. I don't want anything to do with it.
Okay. Well, goodbye, Pop.
Goodbye. Come here, you little fool, as if I'd let you go.
Then it's all right?
Yes, it's all right. Put down your jacket and let's drink a toast to this catastrophe. Oh, I'm joking. It's all right. It's all right, son. What's the young lady's name?
Barbara.
Like Streisand?
Keeley House, somewhere in Ohio, expensively and carefully furnished. Senator Keeley is shouting at his daughter Barbara, and Mrs. Keeley is quickly closing the doors.
Are you crazy? It's out of the question. You can't get married. You're not even 18.
Who is this boy, Barbie? And when was the last time you saw him?
Please don't call me Barbie. This afternoon at 2 o'clock, we've been sleeping together for a year.
Good God. Has he been tested?
Kevin.
Yes, and so have I.
Look, this will just have to wait until after the election. I can't deal with this right now.
Where does this young man come from, Barbie? Who is his father?
His father is, oh, sorry.
His father is in the arts. On the Council of Cultural Arts.
Really?
The ones that funded the Maplethorpe exhibit?
No. Goodness, no. He's a cultural attaché to Greece.
Really?
The hell is that?
Well, that's a diplomatic post, isn't it? Almost like an ambassador. What does the mother do?
She's a housewife.
Well, that's really refreshing, isn't it, Kevin?
I don't want to talk about this right now.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello? Yes, I just told them.
Yes, me too. And my father is very excited. In fact, he's holding up his glass to toast us.
Senator Keeley goes to a second phone and presses two buttons.
I'll put him on.
No.
Dad, get off the phone.
I thought his parents were in Greece.
Hello, Barbara. Here's to your future. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Oh, that wasn't my toast. I just broke a glass.
That's all right. It was nice talking to you. And we'll talk again soon. Bye. How dare you listen in on my conversation?
You said his parents were in Greece.
They are.
You saw this boy at 2 in the afternoon, and now he's in Greece with his parents?
No, Greece? No, his parents are back from Greece for the winter. They're at their vacation house in South Beach.
Is that like Palm Beach?
Close. It's about 2 minutes from Fisher Island, where Jeb Bush lives.
Really?
Armand's apartment. He is sitting alone on the patio now, looking depressed, holding a new glass of wine. The shards of the broken wine glass are still on the floor. There's a sudden sound of applause from below, and Armand finishes his wine, ignoring the clump of footsteps coming up the stairs. After a moment, Albert bursts in. He stares at the glass in Armand's hand, then at Val's glass on the table next to his empty bottle, and he points.
Aha!
Wait.
Who is he? Who is he?
Will you stop screaming? It's Val. It's Val. He's in the room. Go on. Check on it if you don't believe me.
A shot of Val's face in his room. It's him. Streets of South Beach. Albert, in mint green slacks, walks down a narrow street lined with markets, greeting the merchants as he goes from stand to stand, squeezing, smelling, tasting. We've got some nice lobsters today, Albert.
Look at these melons. Perfect.
I love a good melon.
Not ripe. No. Too ripe. Ooh, these are nice. I'll take 3. Better make it 6. The piglet is home.
Would you like the cake delivered?
Yes, please. And don't forget to write to my piglet from his auntie on it.
You got it.
Thank you. Well, I want to get back before he wakes up. I'm just going to try this sample. Chocolate Schnecken, a triumph. Well, bye-bye. Perhaps one more Schnecken. Do you mind?
Armand's kitchen. Agador is at the sink. Armand enters in his dressing gown, smoking a cigarette, and Agador brings him a cup of coffee.
What is this, sludge?
Yes, I thought it would be a nice change from coffee. You should have told me you were meeting Val last night, you bad man. I wouldn't have been so sassy.
Would you please put some clothes on?
Why won't you let me be in the show? Are you afraid of my Guatemalaness?
Your what?
My Guatemalaness, my heat. Are you afraid I'll be too primitive for all your little estrogen rockets?
Oh, yes, right. I'm afraid of your heat.
Here I am, the bag lady. Good morning, Agador.
Good morning, madam.
Wash these, will you, Agador? They're delivering the rest around noon. Good morning. Mwah. My God, that beard.
Albert opens the dryer and takes Val's clothes out and begins folding them.
Thank you, dear. Turkish coffee. Delicious. Is Val still asleep? He must be exhausted, poor baby. You should have told me he was coming. I'm so ashamed of the way I acted last night, but how could I know? The truth is, you can't stand sharing your son with me. You're always pushing me away. Oh, look at this shirt. It's a rag. No matter how many shirts I send that boy. You look awful. What's wrong?
Val is getting married.
Don't be silly. I got a pork roast for dinner. I wanted to get filet mignons, but they're so expensive. What do you mean married?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean married.
I don't understand.
Yes, you do.
No!
Some girl he met at school.
But he's a baby. He's too young. He'll ruin his life.
We went through all that. We went through all that. The bottom line is he's getting married no matter what we say, so the less we say is the better.
Oh my God. I woke up feeling so good, and now all of a sudden I feel so funny. Shh, take it easy. Just breathe. Breathe.
Val enters.
Oh, you've heard.
Valley, oh my God, this is such a shock. I'm not saying anything, I promised your father, but you're only 20, and if you throw yourself away on some dormitory slut, you'll be sorry for the rest of your life. There, enough said, no more, that's all, subject closed. Well, don't just stand there, give me a kiss. Or are you too grown up for that now?
Hello, Albie.
Oh, Armand, he's going to leave us and we won't have any others.
Not without a miracle.
The Keeley dining room. Senator and Mrs. Keeley are also eating breakfast and watching the TV. Two hosts sit on either side of Senator Keeley and a white-haired man. All four men are shouting incomprehensibly.
When I and Senator Keeley here founded the Coalition for Moral Order, it was to express moral rather than political.
Oh,
views.
come on. Since when do moral views get campaign contributions?
Oh, you come on, since always.
Oh, it's a wonderful show.
The most intelligent show on television. I think that what Senator Jackson is trying to say is that morality is political. Abortion, same-sex marriage, contempt for family values, pornography, they wouldn't exist if politicians didn't pass laws to protect them. And that's why both houses are now Republican.
The two hosts begin shouting again, and Senator Keeley clicks off the show and picks up some papers and a tape recorder.
Bravo. It's a perfect platform.
Yes. I'm very glad I got on Jackson's bandwagon instead of Dole's. Dole is just too
dark.
Actually, I was going to say liberal, but he's dark too. I have to fire this woman.
You know, this boy that Barbie wants to marry.
Miss Porter, page 2, second paragraph, is porno, not pronto?
I wonder if he's old money. I mean, a cultural attaché.
Tap, tap, tap. And the maid says,
The manager is calling. He says he's not got to talk to you.
Hello, Ben. Ready for what? What?
What's the matter, Kevin?
Jackson is dead.
Oh my God.
He died in bed? Whose bed? A prostitute?
No.
And a minor? And black?
What?
A prostitute, minor, black. I don't believe this. I don't fucking believe this. I'm ruined.
Why? You're not responsible. You can't be held responsible for Senator Jackson's private life.
Louise, I'm the vice president of the Coalition for Moral Order, and my co-founder just died in bed with an underage black whore. Just wait until the media gets a hold of this. I could really use a piece of candy.
Scrapbook. The pages being slowly turned, pictures of Val as a baby, then as a young boy, then as an adolescent, posing with Armand and Albert with other friends and a dog. Over the soft, steady sound of weeping, piano chords.
You're driving me crazy, Albert.
Albert's on the couch in the living room looking at the scrapbook. Armand is at the piano working on a tune.
My baby.
A young girl is speaking.
It looked kind of funny, but he was smiling, so I didn't worry.
Senator Jackson's last words tonight on Inside Edition.
How do they get them on so quickly?
They pay.
Senator and Mrs. Keeley sing in front of the television, their faces blank with shock.
They're not mentioning you much.
It's early.
There is a beat in Miami and then a shriek over the shot.
Ah, no! They wrote Uncle!
Albert stands staring down at a newly opened cake box.
I told them, Auntie. Uncle. You won't know who Uncle is.
He'll probably eat half the cake before he looks at it. He's just like you.
Yes, the piglet. We'll have to completely redecorate his room, you know. We can't put a married couple in a room that looks like a bulletin board. Plus, there has to be room for the grandchildren. Oh, so there goes your den.
Well, someone's feeling better.
Well, grandchildren. Oh, I could just see you as a grandfather, pushing the carriage, gold chains clinking, chest hair dyed.
Not bad, not a bad sight, is it? Don't stir that. It's
Drink, Jason.
Drink. Get ready for rehearsal. Go on.
Oh, you never let me help you cook.
Go, go, go. And I'll meet you downstairs, Grandma.
Keeley House, surrounded by television trucks, TV, and print reporters and cameras. A small movement in an upstairs window catches everyone's attention. Mrs. Keeley, she steps quickly away, closing the drapes, and Barbara enters.
Where's Dad?
Oh, he snuck out this morning to meet with his advisors. They refused to come here.
Mom?
I should never have let him go. Now, how will he get back in?
Mom, I have to tell you something about Val's parents.
Well, they can't blame us for this. Eli Jackson was a common redneck, and we had nothing to do with him socially. They understand that, don't they? Oh, thank God they're not snobs.
Senator Keeley suddenly appears at the back window, clinging to a branch. He taps on the pane. His face is dirty, his jacket crushed. Mrs. Keeley and Barbara rush to him.
What are you doing here?
I came through the orchard and over the top of the barn.
But it's so dangerous. You could have fallen.
I did. Don't let the ladder drop. We may need it. I'm just a wreck. This is all anyone can talk about.
Oh, Kevin, if we can manage it, there may be a solution.
What? Death? It didn't work for Jackson.
What about a wedding? A big white wedding?
Oh, what do you mean? What wedding? Who's getting married? No.
Why not? It will restore your image. A wedding is hope. A white wedding is morality and family and tradition. And this would be such a special marriage, the son of a cultural attaché, a kind of diplomat, actually, who doesn't look down on us because of Senator Jackson, who's willing to join our family. There's the cover of People and Time and Newsweek. Right there. Love and optimism versus cynicism and sex. It will be an affirmation. If necessary, we'll get the Pope's blessing. It's not hard.
I know, but he's too controversial. Billy Graham. No, too liberal.
Now, wait a minute.
Listen, Bob, you have 3.5 years till you're 21. And if you want to get married now, don't be a nitwit.
Where's the candy?
You've had enough candy. This boy, what's his father's name?
Armand Coleman.
Really? I wonder if they're related to Bobo and Tish Coleman. Are they from Boston?
I don't think so.
I think we should go down to South Beach and meet them immediately. We can have dinner with them and spend the night with the Bushes. Mr. and Mrs. Armand Coleman of Greece and South Beach.
Birdcage day. Albert is in full costume rehearsing Armand's new song while the second performer, Celsius, dances around him in tights and a sleeveless tee. Cyril plays the piano and Armand watches from the house. Celsius does a bump and grind, then peers over his shoulder and winks, and Albert breaks off.
You're muted.
Well, this is impossible. Either I'm an artist or I'm just some cheap drag queen playing it straight so he can get laughs.
Let's just try to get through it.
You always ask so much of me. I have to understand every nuance of a song. I have to rehearse in full costume, but everyone else can just get through it. I mean, he's chewing gum.
Chewing gum helps me think.
Sweetie, you're wasting your gum.
All right, let's just take it from the top. No more talk from anyone.
Val enters.
Pop, I have to talk to you.
Shh, sit down.
It's important.
Wait, can't you see we're rehearsing?
Armand, did you see what he did? Hello, Valley, darling.
Let's keep going. What did Celsius do?
He blew a bubble with his gum while I was singing. He can't do that while I'm singing.
Listen, look, Celsius, this Maybe a drag show, but it still has to be a good drag show, and if possible, a great drag show.
Yes. And just because you're 18 and hung doesn't mean you're qualified.
Let me do this, Albert. This is a complex number full of mythic themes. You're here and guided by a woman who's singing your fantasy, this glorious fantasy, free and arrogant. And then suddenly you're the fantasy. See her, your inventor, and she becomes your fantasy.
I don't think I get it.
Try more gum.
Albert, well, you have to explore it, Alexis. But start with the premise that when you see this stunning, smoldering creature, she transcends your desire to chew her electricities. Electricities.
That's a drink.
Sometimes begins in your pelvis that travels straight to your heart, but hits the pelvis.
But what do? I don't want to just stand here like an object.
Do this. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Do this. Do a stunning, eclectic celebration of Fosse, Twyla, Martha Graham, Billy Kid, Madonna. But keep it inside. And you, of course, sing.
Pop.
Coming. All right. Try it again. I'll be right back.
They head up the stairs.
Well,
Barbara is coming with her parents.
When?
They'll be here tomorrow.
Well, that's plenty of time. Is this what you're interrupting me for?
No, there's more. Please keep going.
They continue up the stairs and in the apartment.
Wine?
No, hurry. Let's hear it.
I think I'll have some. Barbara's father is a conservative senator, and he's running for re-election, and she told him that you were the cultural attaché to Greece, and Albert was a housewife.
What?
She had to, Pop. He's a founder of the Coalition for Moral Order.
I don't care who he is. I don't want to be someone else. Do you want me to be someone else?
No, of course not. And neither does Barbara, but her father, Pop, her father is Kevin Keeley.
Who is Kevin Keeley?
Do you ever read the newspapers?
Of course. Variety, The Star, the Arts and Legion section of the New York Times. Why? Is there something I don't know? You're not marrying a Nazi, are you?
No. He's just conservative, like half of America. I'm not marrying him, I'm marrying Barbara, and I need your help.
Not for this.
You've done it before.
What? Lied about who I am? Never.
Do you remember my first day at Edison Park? What you told me?
No.
You said, if Miss Donovan asked me what you do for a living, I should say you're a businessman.
Yes, I did, because you were a baby and Miss Donovan was a small-minded idiot and I didn't want you to get hurt. But it's different now. You're a man.
But I can still get hurt. Pop, it would mean everything to me if you would help us.
Well, this is insane.
Just for one night.
It's insane. It's crazy. What am I supposed to do? Close the club and pretend I'm a cultural attaché, whatever the hell that is? Make Albert into a housewife?
No, you'd have to send Albert away for a few days. We'd never get him past the Keeleys.
Are you crazy, Albert? You try sending him away.
And you'll have to get rid of a few things around here.
What things?
Pointing to a gold phallus.
Well, that, for example.
Points to a large nude statue.
And this.
The Greek? But that's art.
Another phallus.
And that.
And Armand puts his hand on the sculpture's erect penis and gently rotates the sculpture so that it's facing the wall.
Is that better?
No. Look, it's not just one or two things, it's everything. I mean, you'd have to tone it all down, make it more like other people's homes.
Do we need a total redecoration now to make us more like other people?
And you have to try to be, a little less obvious. And
what do you
change
mean?
Your mannerisms a little.
Wait. What do you mean? I'm obvious?
Pop.
Val walks over to Armand and runs his fingers down his cheek and smears the makeup from his fingertips onto the wall behind him.
Val, I just had the walls sponge painted.
Knock, knock, knock. Cyril sticks his head in.
You better get downstairs. She's trying to take his chewing gum away.
I'll be right there. Yes, I use foundation. Yes, I live with a man. Yes, I'm middle-aged. I'm a fag. But I know who I am. It's taken me 20 years to get here, Val. And I'm not going to let some idiot senator destroy it. Fuck the senator. I don't give a damn what he thinks.
Keeley House. Camera trucks are parked on the street and outside the wrought iron gates. Reporters, camera crews, lights, newsmen, all are waiting.
Still
outside the home of the Senator Kevin Keeley, co-founder of the Coalition for Moral Order.
Waiting for Senator Jackson's close friend and colleague, Senator Kevin Keeley.
No sign of Keeley, although an earlier report placed him at the home of Senator Robert Dole this morning.
Harry Radman is leaning against a tree. He straightens as he sees a chauffeur carrying a suitcase and heading for the garage. Radman looks quickly around and steps up to the gate and holds up a wad of bills. And the chauffeur sees the bills, glances around, and then comes to the gate.
Where are you driving in?
South Beach, Florida.
Radman hands him the bills and the chauffeur moves off. Jay Leno's on TV.
There have been a lot of tasteless jokes about the death of Senator Eli Jackson. And now here's another one.
Tonight with Jay Leno, Jay's guests, Michael Buffington and Madonna.
This is unbearable.
The Keeley bedroom. Senator Keeley rises, goes to the window and opens it. Mrs. Keeley, who has just finished packing a small overnight case, looks up and screams.
Kevin, no!
Shh. I'm just going down the ladder. I can't face the press tonight. Tell the chauffeur to come around and stop outside the orchard.
I've lost my page.
That means a drink.
Page 39 at the top.
Let me find my
Mink.
page first, and then I'll.
Absolutely.
Page 39, Mink.
Yes, I know. I just can't get to it. Okay, wait. Oh, fuck, I'm trying.
A
so
5,
hard.
6, 7, 8. Martha
Okay, hang
Graham.
on.
Martha Graham. Madonna.
Ah, right. La la la. Okay. Are we going? Didn't we decide that you were going to announce Barbara's wedding to the Coleman boy? Is that right?
No, let me give you tell the chauffeur to come around and stop around the
Oh, you can't do that. I don't want to go out there alone.
You won't be alone. You'll have Barbara. It's not you they're after, Louise.
Barbara comes in.
Shut up. I'm just trying to get out the back way.
But didn't we decide that you were going to announce Barbara's wedding to the Coleman boy?
Not before we meet them. What if they change their minds? Now, let go of my coat. I'll meet you in the car.
Keeley Garden. Senator Keeler making his way laboriously down the first two rungs. Suddenly, lights go on. The senator turns his head and looks down. Below him are two camera crews, newscasters, and 4 or 5 reporters. Senator Keeley clings to the ladder, frozen like a rabbit in the headlights, and a boom mic appears in the air.
And yes, it's Senator Keeley just leaving his house. Senator Keeley.
Senator Keeley, what's the future of the coalition for your moral order now?
Yeah, Senator Keeley, we cost.
Do you think this will cost you a vote?
Senator Keeley, what happened at this
Senator Keeley, what happened to the
Dole?
rumors? Senator Jackson was on lithium.
Perfect. Perfect. As the questions proceed, more newsmen and cameras appear around the back, climbing over the fence, drawn by the lights and voices, and they pay no attention to the fact that the senator is on a ladder.
Gentlemen and ladies, I am, as are all my colleagues, Republican and Democrat, liberal and conservative alike, stunned and saddened by the circumstances surrounding the death of Senator Jackson, as well as the death itself. My family and I are leaving town for a few days for reasons I cannot, to plan an event which I cannot, which may perhaps heal some of the bad things that Senator Jackson's demise has made us all feel.
What's the event?
Everybody, what's the event? Everybody knows what lesbians on Mars?
Family going, Senator Keeley.
I had sex with a doctor.
Where are you and your family going, Senator Keeley?
Where? To our farm. And that's all I'm going to say right now.
Harry Radman, the beginning of a smile on his jowly face. The Birdcage. The waiters are just finishing the table setups, and Albert, in full costume and makeup, is doing a sound check with Celsius. An occasional performer flits across the stage, and back of them, in a burly man, Tony, enters carrying a keg of beer and heads for the bar where Armand stands moodily drinking a glass of wine. Armand eyes the keg.
God, that smell.
I'm gonna make you like beer someday, Armand. Hey, Chuck, the club will be open in 5 minutes. Let's have that keg.
Chuck's voice. I'll be right. There we go.
My shoe.
I could just kill him. Why did I get him those shoes?
Because he's young and ruthless, and you're weak and guilty, and he knows all the buttons to press.
Jesus, you're right. If that little punk wasn't getting an athletic scholarship, I'd rip those shoes off his feet.
You didn't tell me the scholarship came through. That's wonderful.
Yeah, 3 colleges. Well, you know, the kid's got such talent. I don't know where he got it.
I know, it's amazing. Val's getting a degree in engineering, top 20 is in his class, and I don't even know how Velcro works.
That's great, man. Top 20. Great. It's funny, isn't it? When I was born, my father wanted me to be president. When Chuck was born, I thought if he doesn't get hooked on drugs or turn gay, it's fine. No offense.
No offense taken. That's what I wanted when Val was born. I wanted things to be, you know, easier for him.
Of course. Hey, everybody's a coward when it comes to their kids. But they turned out all right, didn't they? They lived, they're in college, and they're driving us crazy. Hey, don't you have any sense of time?
This last to Chuck, about 18, who has just entered carrying the second keg. The performers have cleared the stage now, and the music starts. One of the waiters opens the door to let in the customers. Val's bedrooms. Val sitting on the edge of the bed, staring hopelessly at the floor. Though the door, we hear the faint sound of the music downstairs, and there's the sudden harsh sound of footsteps in the other room, and then Armand's voice.
Agador, God damn it!
What did I do?
We're redoing the apartment for tomorrow night. God damn it!
Val sits up, his eyes brightening. Armand moves around the room agitatedly.
This is for the in-laws, right?
Right. Get rid of everything over the top and get yourself a uniform. You have to dress like a butler.
I look like a fag.
Maybe, but you'll look like a fag in a uniform. Now, you'll start first thing in the morning, and I'll get Albert out of the house early, and I'll tell him that he has to leave for a few days.
Where am I going to get a uniform?
Oh, God. This is going to be hard.
Oh, God. So much to do.
Pop? Thanks.
Do me a favor, Val. Don't talk to me for a while.
The starlit sky dissolves till dawn. A black Lincoln driving. The Keeleys sit crammed in the back. The chauffeur is driving.
Kevin, please let's charter a plane.
No, we can't get out of this car. The minute we get out of this car, we'll be spotted.
The chauffeur lifts his eye to the rearview mirror where a silver Escort is reflected. Silver Escort, Harry Radman is driving. Next to him is a second man, the photographer, with a camera in his lap. The beach. Models, gay men, a few lesbians, attractive tourists, all out in the morning sun. It's South Beach. Albert and Armand sit on the sand. Armand wears a safari cap and glasses. Albert wears a straw sombrero, glasses and long sleeves, and they're sitting under an umbrella.
Oh, how I love the sun.
Yes, it's glorious, isn't it? And, you know, you could use some sun. Take a few days off. You look tired.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Armand's apartment. Cyril is there along with the girls from the show. One girl is carrying out Albert's wigs. 2 others are taking down an enormous oil painting of a satyr. Cyril is pinning up Agador's trousers.
Okay, not too short. I want the Armani buckle in the front.
Who put Playboy in the bathroom?
Leave it. That's what they read.
Look, don't add anything. Just subtract and hurry. This place has got to look respectable by 6.
Elsewhere, Armand hurries beside Albert.
But you must have meant something.
Well, I didn't, I swear. I just meant you look tired.
Tired means old. You look tired means you look old. And you look rested means you've had collagen.
No. You look wonderful. Too good to waste indoors. Let's window shop.
No, thank you. I want to go home.
On a day like this? Nonsense. Come on, I'll buy you anything you want.
Well, I'll have to change my shoes.
I'll buy you a pair.
I have no pets. Armand, why can't we go home? What's going on?
Nothing. Nothing.
Albert turns to the corner and starts towards the entrance. Armand suddenly cries out, and Albert turns.
I've hurt my thing, ankle.
Your what?
My ankle. I don't think I can make it upstairs.
You want me to wait here and I'll bring some ice down?
No, I just, no.
Armand's apartment, it has progressed. Many of the ornate touches are gone along with much of the Greek art. Two girls come in the front door carrying a large moose head.
What's that?
It's from the antique shop across the street. To Butch?
Don't add.
Through the door, we said,
my way.
I'm sorry. I can't walk faster.
Put the moose head in my room. In my room.
The two girls fly into the den, and everyone else runs for the door leading to the club. The sound of their footsteps echoes through the apartment as they clamber down the back stairs. Armand and Albert walking up.
I really think I need a doctor.
Don't be silly. It isn't even swollen. Here.
Albert flings open the door to the apartment. Only Val is there, pressed into a corner.
Sit down on the...
What is it?
We've been robbed!
Oh, no, Albie. We've just taken a few things out.
We've just taken a few things out.
That's
They'll
all.
all be back in place by the time you get back.
Back? Where am I going?
You didn't tell him?
What? Tell me what?
Val's fiance is coming tonight with her parents, and we thought it would be better if you weren't here.
I see. I see.
It's just for tonight.
I understand. It's just while people are here. It's all right, my darling. It's nothing. It's painful, but it's not important. I'm leaving. The monster. The monster is leaving. You're safe.
Walks out the door.
Well, that went well.
He runs out after Albert. Val stands after them. Agador and the two girls with the moose head come out of the den. No one speaks. The outdoor cafe, Albert running past as Armand follows. The customers watch.
Will you listen?
Go away. I hate you. I never want to see you again. My heart is breaking.
Oh, God, please don't cry. It's all right. You can stay.
No. I don't want to stay where I'm not wanted, where I can be thrown out on a whim without any legal right.
I have the palimony papers at home.
You're lying again. This is just too much for me. Too much ugliness, too much pain. Here, feel my pulse. Am I all right?
Oh, goodness. It's very fast. Let's get you back out of the sun.
Armand leads him to the umbrella top tables and a waiter hurries over.
Water right away, please. Thank you, right away, he says.
The waiter scoots off.
It's the end. It's the end. I know it is.
Sit down, darling. Breathe. Breathe. Thank you. And the usual.
Right away, Senor Goldman.
The waiter flies off again, and Armand dips a napkin into the water and holds it on the back of Albert's neck.
Oh, thank you. That's better.
This is not because of you. This is because this girl's parents are assholes. Val's crazy about you.
Is he? Oh, that helps. Oh, you're so sweet. The water is so cool. Maybe it is too much to introduce me as his mother on the first visit. Could you tell them I was a relative who dropped in? Val's uncle, Uncle Val, Uncle Al.
So, what's the point? Then you'll be Val's gay Uncle Al.
Oh, I could play it straight.
Oh, please, look at you. Look at the way you're holding your glass. Look at your posture. Look at your pinky.
Well, what about you? You're obviously not a cultural whatever it is. You've never been to a museum and you eat like a pig.
Albert, these people are right-wing conservatives. They don't care if you're a pig. They just care if you're a fag.
Right away.
Albert sits staring at the club sandwich, motionless, his eyes down.
Fuck him. Of course you can pass as an uncle. You're a great performer, and I'm a great director. Together we can do almost anything.
Oh, Armand, really?
Absolutely. We have 5 hours, so let's get started. First, your pinky. It's up again.
Oh.
Get it down. Sit up straight.
Oh, but my God, are you crazy? What are you doing?
Stop whining. I'm teaching you to be a man. Now, this is a dinner party, so let's work with the food. Spread some mustard on the bread. Not with the not with the spoon. Don't dribble dots on the mustard. Take the knife and smear, and get that goddamn pinky down. Your fingers are iron. Stop trembling. Hold the knife boldly with strength.
Oh God, I pierced the toast.
So what? The important thing is not to go to pieces when this happens. Now, reach the way the man would, calmly. Just say to yourself, Albert, you pierced the toast. So what? Your life isn't over. Try another one.
You're right. You're right. There's no need to get hysterical. All I have to remember is that I can always get more toast.
That's the spirit. Now let's see the walk.
Holding the sandwich?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just walk.
He puts it down and walks.
Let me give you an image. A cliche, but an image. John Wayne.
John Wayne.
You're a fan. He had a very distinctive walk, very easy to imitate. If anyone was a man, it was him. Try it. Just get off your horse and head for the saloon. Come on.
No good?
Actually, it's perfect. I just never realized John Wayne walked like that.
Senator Keeley's Lincoln. The senator in hat and dark glasses is now driving, and the chauffeur sits behind him sleeping. Barbara and Mrs. Keeley sit in the back clutching their safety belts. The sign says I-95 south with an arrow pointing left. The photographer, who is now driving, screeches to the left after the Lincoln, and Radman snaps awake. And the photographer says,
This guy's a fucking maniac.
Yeah, I wonder what's in South Beach.
Armand stands under a tree pretending to read a newspaper. Albert, also carrying a newspaper, lurches toward him, sees Armand, and holds out his hand.
Armand Goldman, you old so-and-so. How about those dolphins? Screaming thing?
Stick your hand out sideways, not palm down. I'm going to shake it. I'm not going to kiss it. And tighten the wrist. No, straighten it. And then tighten it. Better. Al, you old so-and-so.
I just said that.
Well, I'm saying it. Al, you old so-and-so. How do you feel about that call today? A 4th and 3 play with the Dolphins with only 64 seconds to go.
Well, how do you think I feel? Betrayed, bewildered? Wrong response?
I'm not sure. Take it from the top.
This is very exciting.
Yes, it is, fella. All right. Damn right. Fucking A. Swing it to me again, compadre.
Albert begins backing up towards the starting point, crashing into a man in pink shorts.
Hey!
Oh, sorry.
Take it easy.
You take it easy, pilgrim.
Well, he bumped into me.
Well, tough Gonzalez.
Why are you being such a prick?
Why are you being such an asshole?
Did you just call me an asshole?
No, I was actually talking to the asshole behind you.
Armand's apartment, day. Armand is lying on the couch. Albert is applying cold compresses to his head.
See, the swelling's already gone down. It's nothing. You were magnificent, marvelous, very masculine. I'm so proud of you. That big idiot looked so ridiculous when he sat on you and banged your head on the ground. He didn't even know how to box.
Al enters. Agador's voice we hear singing Vogue in a high soprano.
Oh, you're a dear, Valley. I'll go get some ice. Be right back, love.
Can't we just hire a straight maid for tonight?
There are no straight maids in South Beach. And I have more bad news for you. I told Albert he can stay.
What? Why?
Because. Why? Because he said his heart was breaking. Because he's He's my friend and companion.
But who will we say he is?
Your uncle.
Well, forget it. We might as well forget the whole thing.
Don't be so negative. You're only 20 years old. Have some hope.
About what? I mean, once they see you and Albert together, oh, God, what a mess.
What we really need is a woman. We could get away with Albert as an uncle if we just had a woman, a mother. Ironic, isn't it? When you need a woman.
Oh, that's a double drink, a triple drink. Right. Triple drink on 3 women.
Why don't I just ask your mother?
My mother? My mother wouldn't do it, would she?
How do you know?
Well, she hasn't seen me in 20 years. That's a pretty good indication.
No, it isn't. 20 years ago, she was a young girl, scared, broke, but now she's
It's very unfair of you to try and talk Val into this, Armand. He has every reason not to.
You really think she'd do it? Wow. My mother.
Catherine Archer's office. Uncluttered, tasteful. Catherine Archer sits behind a large glass desk. She is in her 40s, stunning, beautifully groomed. She is talking into a clear plastic phone.
Oh my God, Armand, I don't believe it. It's been 100 years. Where are you?
Armand behind the wheel is talking.
I'm on a road. Driving. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Me too. Bye. She's going to see me. Why didn't I just drop you off at the cafe? I'll be back in 15 minutes. What do you
That's
think?
all right. I'll be with you. I'm sure there's a waiting room.
Office building. The entire floor is taken up by the offices of the Archer Spa. Armand and Albert go through a door that says, Catherine Archer, president. A secretary at a white lacquered desk looks up.
Miss Archer, please. Armand Goldman.
Go right in.
She rises as he enters.
Army Goldman.
Katie Archer, or is it Mrs. Something?
No, I'm between husbands. Sit down. My God. I thought about you so many times. Every time I saw an ad for the Birdcage. Are you still with Albert?
Oh, yes, still together. And you've done very well.
Because of you, the money you gave me started this place. You should have gotten stock for it.
I got Val for it. It was a fair trade.
Is he? How is he?
He's fine. He wants to get married.
Married? How old is he?
He's 20.
20. My God. 20 years.
And today, for the first time, he really needs you.
Howard is checking his makeup in his compact mirror and the secretary watches him. Catherine's voice comes over the intercom.
Imelda, cancel my appointments for tonight.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, really. I normally drink vegetable juice during business hours, but for this...
She pops open the champagne, which she actually has.
Let's drink to Senator Keeley's daughter and our Val. I'm afraid I haven't done much for him in the last 20 years.
Please, don't worry about it, really.
I am not exactly maternal.
I am, and Albert is almost abreast.
Val was lucky, wasn't he? What time tonight?
7 o'clock to be safe. We'll do a little show for them and then send them on their way. So.
Do you remember the show we were in when we met?
Yes, very well.
Before we keep going, I just want to say, I think we all need to raise a glass to the amazing ELAINE May for a line like I am and Albert is almost abreast.
Yeah.
That is such an ELAINE May line. Cheers to ELAINE May. He sings a few phrases and she joins him and he does a few dance steps and joins him and together they reconstruct the routine.
The life of the gypsy.
How handsome you were. How unavailable. Oh, and what a body.
Oh, stop. You're embarrassing me.
You were so terrified. It was so sweet.
I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I mean, I walked into my room and there's a woman in the bed.
I paid the doorman $20. $20 in those days.
I was so drunk on champagne. I thought, what the hell? Why not just try it once with a woman and see what all the straight guys are raving about?
Yep.
And how long did we last?
I know exactly how long, from 2:30 to 3:45 a.m. 2 times.
Rest stop. Barbara sits in the car with the chauffeur, each wrapped in his own thoughts. After a moment, Senator and Mrs. Keeley come out of adjoining restroom, seconds apart, shaved, changed, and combed for dinner. They climb into the car and head towards the highway where a big sign is visible. Welcome to Florida. Val's bedroom. Through the open door, we see a few of the girls putting books on shelves, and Val stands there.
Hi, I'm Val. Mrs. Archer, I'm Val. Hi. Mom, I'm Val. I'm Val. Mom, Senator and Mrs. Keeley, and Barbara, I'd like you to meet my mother, Mom. Oh God, please, let this work out.
Waiting room. Albert looks up at the clock, anxious and impatient, and begins drumming his fingers on his knee. Armand is on the couch now, his jacket off, his shirt damp, and he's on the second glass of champagne.
You're in incredible shape, and you can still dance.
So can you, Armand. So can you.
Wow, that feels good. Cool.
Where did all this hair come from? Wasn't your chest smooth?
I shaved it for the show. I wanted to look so young.
It's so much nicer this way. So much more masculine. So much hair. Let me touch it. What a beautiful chain. Look how it glitters in that thick black nest of hair. Unbutton your shirt. I want to stroke your chest.
Careful with your nails.
Yes.
This shirt is silk organza. Or look, see. Oh, you pulled a thread.
The door suddenly flies open and Albert stands there with the secretary behind him, staring at Armand and Catherine sprawled across the couch.
I'm sorry, Miss Archer. I couldn't stop him.
Albert!
Albert runs towards a yellow car outside, gets in, and drives off Armand's apartment. The room is somber now, almost morose. Agador stands on a stack of books, putting a huge crucifix above the mantel. Armand enters.
Is Albert here?
No.
Great. Then he's driving back from Miami at 20 miles an hour with the parking brake on. And I had to take that fucking bus. Are we crucifying someone tonight?
Do you like it? I traded the moose head for it. They threw in some books. It all goes back tomorrow.
Dad, what happened? Did you see her, my mother? Is she coming?
Yes, she's coming.
Okay.
Ah, there, you see? It all worked out.
Albert's there.
I'm only here to get my toothbrush. Agador, will you? It's in the usual place. How I would have loved to have seen your children.
Shouldn't you be holding the crucifix? It's the prop for the martyrs.
Oh, yes, another jib, another joke at my expense. You were probably laughing at me with Catherine, too. Well, why not? I'm not young, I'm not new, and everyone laughs at me. I'm quite aware of how ridiculous I am, and I've been thinking that the only solution is to go where nobody is ridiculous, where everyone is equal. Goodbye, Armand.
Wait. Here. Please don't go, Miss Albert.
My poor Agador. I'm leaving you my stereo, my red boots, and my wigs.
Yes.
My best wigs. I won't need them where I'm going.
All right. I'll bite. Where are you going?
To Las Copa.
Las Copa. There isn't anything in Las Coma but a cemetery.
I know. That's why I'm packing light.
Oh, I see. So you're going to the cemetery with your toothbrush.
Goodbye, Armand.
Miss Albert.
Shit.
It's all right. It will be better without an uncle.
Get up, Agador.
I'm praying.
Well, don't. You have to start dinner because I have to go after fucking Albert.
He goes out.
Can you can cook, right?
Your father seems to think so.
South Beach bus station. Albert sits on a bench eating from a bag of chocolate schnecken. Armand pulls up in the car and gets out and walks over to the bench.
You know, my cemetery is in Key Biscayne, and it's the prettiest in the world, but there's lovely trees, the sky is blue, there are birds. The one at Las Copas is really shit. What a pain in the ass you are. And it's true. You're not young anymore. You're not new. And you do make people laugh. And me, I'm still with you because you make me laugh. So you know what I have to do? I have to sell my plot and keep a skein and get a plot beside yours in this shithole Las Copa to make sure that I never miss a laugh. Here.
What's this?
Read it.
I don't understand.
What's so difficult? It's the palimony papers. I told you I have.
It says, I have the right to give you half of everything I own.
Yes. And I think it'll be safer if something happens to one of us.
Well, who owns it now?
You do.
You've given me the club and the apartment and everything?
Yes.
I don't want it.
Then give me half.
Oh, quick. Give me a pen. I don't want all this.
Here, sign it. There. We're partners. You legally own half my life, and I legally own half of yours.
But half of the club?
Do you think it matters? Take it all. The 50-year... I'm 50 years old, and there's one place in the world that I call home. And that's because you're there. So take it. What difference does it make if I let you stay or you let me stay?
Catherine Archer's office. She's at her desk and the phone rings. The secretary answers.
Hello? No, I'm sorry, Mr. Goldman. She's left. But she always calls in. Yes, I'll give her the message. Go ahead. Don't come.
The yellow car as Armand hangs up and reaches for the door. Albert, still seated on the bench, his hands folded, primly on his lap. He looks up at Armand, opens the car door, and sticks his head out.
It's done. Come home.
Senator Keeley's Lincoln. The chauffeur is now at the wheel, and Senator Keeley sits beside him, listening to a voice over the car radio.
And the Reverend Al Sharpton, in an interview today, said that Senator Jackson's last words, "Your money's on the dresser, chocolate," were racist and demeaning. The prostitute's given name is Natumbundra.
Idiot Jackson! Now the blacks will start.
Barbara's wedding will disassociate us from all of this. Really. The Colemans are a perfect family. They've never even been divorced. Have they, Barbara?
No.
You see? We're on our way to salvation.
Miami, 80 miles. Val, listening in horror to Armand's voice.
It was a question of Albert or your mother, so I chose, and I chose Albert. You understand that, son? Why can't I get this damn tie even? Well, the jacket will cover it. I look like my grandfather in this suit. He dressed like that in every picture. He killed himself when he was 30. Any last instructions?
No. Just don't talk too much. Don't walk unless you have to. And try not to gesture. It doesn't matter. It won't work.
It will. Don't be so damn negative. I think we can pull this off.
Bedroom door opens and Albert stands there wearing a severe dark suit. He walks in and sits down. He doesn't quite know what to do with himself.
What? No good? Why? I'm dressed just the way you are. I took off all my rings. I'm not wearing makeup. I'm just a guy.
He points at his pink socks.
What about those?
Oh, those? Well, one does want a hint of color. Why? What are you thinking? You're thinking that dressed this way, I'm even more obvious, aren't you? Oh, you hate me. I so wanted to help you, and you both hate me.
He leaves.
Oh, God. Albert, we don't hate you.
He works hard for the money. He works hard for the money.
You better put your shoes on. It's getting late.
There's no point in me putting shoes on. I never wear shoes. They make me fall down.
And that is the finish your drink line, which sucks because I just poured my glass of wine.
Go put your shoes on, Agador, and talk in your normal voice. And just give me a break, please.
All right.
He bustles out because I'm still drinking my wine, and the phone begins ringing. Ring, ring, ring. Val says, listening to it instantly, then suddenly looks at it with real hope.
Maybe they're dead. Oh, God, I didn't mean that. You know I didn't mean that. What's happening to me?
Armand, this is Catherine. I'm in the car, and I just got the message telling me not to come tonight, and I just wanted to check.
Oh, it's a mistake. He said not to come late. I was there.
Oh, I'm so glad. I thought my secretary got it wrong. I should be there in half an hour. Is this Val?
Yes.
Val, I want you to know how happy I am that I can do this for you. I know it's a little late.
No, it's fine. Thank you for this. See you in a half hour. Mom?
What?
Val turns.
What?
What did she say? I mean, you see you in a half an hour. Mom? Was that?
Yes, and there's no way to call her back. She's in the car.
Oh, Christ. Are you crazy? Albert is totally hysterical now. Do you know what it will do if Catherine walks into this house?
Nothing. He won't embarrass me. Pop, I couldn't tell her not to come. She's my mother, and she'll make the evening work. And I mean, without her, I'm screwed, and you know it.
So this is hell, and there's a crucifix in it.
Okay, I'm going to take a very quick break here to just remind folks to, if you haven't yet already donated to our charity for the night, $3 Bill Cinema, you can do that right now. You can do it via PayPal, paypal.me/ScriptsGoneWild, or via Venmo @ScriptsGoneWild. $1, $5, $1,000. All donations are appreciated. The charity would certainly appreciate it, and we want to raise as much money for them as possible. So if you haven't donated, please do it. And you can visit them at $3cinema.org. You'll see all of the other amazing things that $3 Bill Cinema are doing throughout the year. That was it. That was the break. That was it. Let's dive back in. Keeley's Lincoln. The chauffeur is driving. The Keeleys peer out the window at the gaudy strip, the sign that says no cruising when yellow light is flashing. We know what that means.
This is less like Palm Beach than I had imagined.
It was all sand when they bought here. This just grew up around them while they were in Greece.
Armand's apartment.
For lucky, he won't come out at all. I'm not religious and I'm Jewish. But everything goes all right tonight, I'll buy you.
Ring, 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 ring.
Amen. And speaking of Jewish, Barbara told her parents our last name was Coleman.
What?
Ring, 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 ring. Agador runs in wearing shoes, trips, and falls.
Thanks.
He opens the door.
Good evening. I'm Spartacus, the Goldman's butler.
Perfect.
Goldman?
Coldman. Spartacus is
Guatemala.
New.
Val, this is my father and mother. This is Val Coleman.
Coleman or Coldman?
Coleman, the D is silent.
My father.
How do you do?
My daughter, Barbara.
Delighted.
My husband.
Extremely honored.
He thrusts his hand out from his shoulder, his wrist rigid. Senator Keeley blinks at the Frankenstein-like gesture, then holds out his own hand and they shake.
You have a forceful handshake, Mr. Coleman.
You have to in Greece.
My mother won't be here for another 10 or 15 minutes. She's visiting my grandparents in Palm Beach, and the traffic.
Oh, isn't that nice to have contact between the generations?
Yes, well, won't you come in, please?
How's your leg, Dad? My father has an old football injury.
Ah, I thought I recognized a fellow sufferer. Where did you play?
Greece.
Miami
What an interesting room. Oh, I love it. Oh, look, Mother. Isn't this room nice?
Yes, very, very pleasant vacation house. I like its severity.
Actually, my dad uses this place more for work and reflection more than anything else. It's not so much a vacation house as a
monastery. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's just charming. And what lovely old books. Nancy Drew and the Case of the Burning Candle. Oh, you have the whole series.
What? Yes, they're my mother's.
Sit down, please, please. And shall we have some champagne to celebrate?
How nice.
Agador.
Spartacus.
Agador Spartacus. He insists on being called by his full name. Okay. Bring in the champagne.
Agador limps out. Val and Armand sit smiling at the Keeleys. They're soaked with sweat. The Birdcage. The silver Escort is parked in front of the club behind the black Lincoln. The chauffeur sits inside. Radman talks to the chauffeur through the window, then walks over to the corner where the photographer stands. And Harry Radman says,
"Oh shit!
That's the side of the.
That's a drink, Rico. That's a drink."
I know. I lost my page.
It went in around the corner.
All right.
Around the corner. Thank you. What page?
75.
I knew that. Where is it?
That's the side of the entrance to this building, and I wonder if it leads to the club. And then Harry says, "Let's check it out." All right, let's move on.
Let's go.
Can't find it.
And Mrs. Keeley says something because she's a chatty sort.
Such responsibility. 2 houses. And how long ago did you buy this one?
Well, about 15 years ago, of course, the area was mostly Jewish then.
Really? Barbara was telling us it was mostly sand.
Yes, well, you know the old saying, where there's sand, there's...
Agador limps in with a bottle of champagne in a bucket.
Ah, here we go. Champagne for everyone.
And the scotch if you have it.
Is someone else home?
Oh, just our dog, Piranha. We lock her in there when there's company.
There's a sudden explosion as Agador opens the champagne bottle and the cork flies across the room. Agador and Armand squeal and Val takes the bottle.
I'll finish pouring. You take care of dinner.
He's a brilliant chef, but he still has a lot to learn about serving. Where could my wife be?
Catherine's BMW in traffic. The bridge is up, and through the windshield, we see Catherine pick up her cell phone, take out several slips of paper. Barbara and Val are talking now, their voices shrill and forced.
He was like so weird.
I really was. I was all, "Will you marry me?" And she was all, "Excuse me, but aren't you the guy who said no way before 30?
Oh, it was so funny.
It does sound funny.
There's a thunk from the bedroom.
Did you have a good trip, Senator?
What? Yes. A good trip. Very nice. We decided to drive here to see the seasons change. It was a long trip down through Virginia and Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia. But it's just so magical to me to come from the north where it's cold to the south where it's warm and see the tremendous differences from region to region in this incredible country of ours. My wife and I used to drive down to Virginia every autumn to see the foliage turn. Virginia has amazing foliage, although I think the foliage in Ohio is underrated. It's just dazzling along I-75.
There is a sudden series of clicks, and Catherine's voice comes over the answer phone. Val and Armand remain motionless, their eyes fixed unexpectedly on the senator's face. After a moment of uncertainty, the senator goes on.
just dazzling. But we would drive to Virginia just
Hello?
to get
Hello?
away for a while. You
It's
know,
Catherine, Armand,
wonderful
Val,
arms and
Albert, someone. Oh shit! Listen, I'm stuck in
and-
traffic. Can you start dinner without me?
Talk about Purple Mountain's majesty, just fantastic. Red leaves, purple mountains, green fields, and the roads black, just cutting through the green, all the colors, the trees. Pennsylvania is nice too.
Well, that was my wife just now on the phone. I think it was, and I was just so caught up. Val, was that Mom?
Yes, she's stuck and she wants us to start dinner without her. I should have picked up, but I didn't want to interrupt the senator's story.
Well, it wasn't that good.
Oh, it was wonderful. Well, I better tell Agador Spartacus the news.
Let me help you, Dad. Will you excuse us?
Leads him out the room.
I've never had so much go wrong so quickly. This is like a curse.
What will we do? Should we try to wait for her? God, this is awful.
Back in the living room.
Something odd is going on.
It's this thing with Jackson. The wife probably doesn't want to be in the same house with us. And the father's a nervous wreck.
Oh no, I'm sure that's not it.
There's something else, something about the father and the butler. I can't put my finger on it.
It's nothing. Why must you always be the worst? Val's mother is just a little late.
Excuse me.
They've returned. Val looks ashen. Armand looks glazed.
Well, let's give her half an hour and see if she isn't.
They turn. Albert stands there wearing a wig that has been trimmed and sprayed into submission. There's a little stole around his shoulders, and he is carrying a purse. Armand and Val watch, frozen.
Please forgive me for being so late, but the traffic was unbelievable. Senator Keeley, Mrs. Keeley, I'm so happy to meet you at last. And you must be Barbara. What a pretty child. Come here and give me a hug. Don't be afraid. Oh, how adorable. She's shy.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you, Mrs. Coleman.
Goldman.
I thought the D was silent.
It is pronounced Coleman, isn't it? We've had some confusion.
Oh, yes, Coleman. The D is silent in America. It's Col d'Isle or Man, or Col of the Isle of Man in France, where Armand's chateau is, and Col de Man in Greece, where Armand's work is, and finally, the vulgar Coleman in Florida, where Armand's home is. So actually, we don't know where we are until we hear our last name pronounced.
Oh, I see. Well, that explains it.
Yes, at last.
I think I would like to hug you, Mrs. Coleman.
The newsroom, a camera tracks with the man as he walks across the floor and into a small room where a producer and a tape editor are going over the footage of Senator Keeley that was shot the night before. The producer looks up at the reporter, enters.
Take a look. We were going through footage for the special on Jackson. Can you pump up the sound?
The chauffeur reaches through the gate and takes some bills from Radman. There is a hiss and crackle as the images speak.
Where are you driving him?
South Beach, Florida.
The editor hits a switch and the frame freezes.
Where did we get this?
Keeley's house last night, shooting cutaways. The fat guy is with the Inquirer, Harry Radman.
Oh, yeah. My God. You put on so much weight since the Simpson case. Maybe this should go to the network.
Back in the living room.
It's just wonderful what you've done here. Everything is so simple and uncluttered. Our place is just a sea of papers. Oh, you men, you're just the biggest babies. They can run the world, but they can't pick a tie.
I know. I can't get this big lug to buy a new suit.
Armand, they're picking on us.
Yes.
Well, bless them. That's the way nature made them. Maybe I'm just an old-fashioned girl, but I pity the woman who's too busy to stay home and take care of her man.
Drink on woman.
Here. God, it's so nice to meet people like you.
Armand's building side entrance. Radman is peering at the card above the bell and speaking into a cell phone.
EOLEMAN. Don't have a lot of lines, so I'm milking this. No, first name on the bell. Are you sure? They can't find him.
Photographer?
Well, again.
What about the name on the club? Goldman.
Goldman.
They're pretty damn close.
You're right. Wouldn't that be something? Try Goldman. Armand Goldman.
Back in the living room.
Just so odd to me, this fuss over school prayer. As if anyone, Jews, Muslims, whatever, would mind if their children prayed in the classroom.
It's insane.
Agador walks in with a bucket of ice and goes into laughter when he sees Albert.
Thank you, Agador Spartacus. You may go.
He's very nice, but he's such a problem. We never know what makes him laugh.
Well, at least he speaks English. If you knew how many chauffeurs we've run through in the last 6 months.
Oh, if you knew how many maids we've run through in the last 6 years, I could name a dozen. Rodney, Julian, Bruce.
Oh, look. All of you need some more ice in your drinks. Yes.
He picks up the ice bucket and makes his way around the room.
No, I really have such a good feeling about you people. Not a lot of clever books on the shelves, not a lot of fancy art on the walls, just the crucifix and a lot of good, warm family feeling. This is what Clinton didn't understand when he started in on school prayer and gays in the military.
And more ice for you.
Oh, now there's an idiotic issue. Gays in the military? I mean, those haircuts, those uniforms, who cares?
Now, Mom, you shouldn't be talking about things you don't know about, please.
Don't patronize your mother, Val. She's an amazingly intelligent woman. I think homosexuality...
And a lot more ice for you, sir.
I'll have some ice, Dad.
...is one of those things that is weakening this country.
You know, that's what I thought until I found out that Alexander the Great was a fag. Talk about gays in the military.
How about those dolphins? Hey,
He drops the ice bucket.
I'll get it.
Look, I think we've been skirting an issue that has Mr. Coleman very nervous, and I don't blame him. I know you've heard the terrible news about Senator Jackson, how he died.
Oh, that, yes. What an ugly story. Of course, we don't believe a word of it.
What do you mean?
Well, he was obviously framed, and I, for one, would like an autopsy.
Mom.
That's just what Rush Limbaugh said.
Excuse me.
The kitchen. Armand staggers in and quickly puts his head between his knees. Agador hands him a drink and he tosses it back.
I have never felt such tension. It's like riding a psychotic horse turning toward a burning stable.
Dinner will be late, but I just had so little time to shop.
The girl's nice, and I owe it to Val. And growing up the way he did,
And I'm really sorry
kind of
about
easy
laughing.
for him.
I'm so sorry about laughing at Miss Albert, but it was just that hairdo.
Oh, fuck it. It's one night. I can live through this.
Living room, just in time to hear.
Of course, it's very wrong to kill an abortion doctor.
Dad!
I'm here, son.
But many pro-lifers, I don't agree with them, but many sincerely believe that stopping the doctors will stop the abortions.
Well, that's ridiculous. The doctors are just doing their jobs. If you're going to kill someone, kill the mothers. That'll stop them.
Dear, may I see you for just a moment, please?
I know what you're going to say. If you kill the mother, the fetus dies too. But the fetus is going to be aborted anyway, so why not let it go down with the ship?
I really must see you now.
Well, excuse me.
He follows him out of the room.
I assure you, my mother's just following out a train of thought to its logical and absurd conclusion. Very much the way that Jonathan Swift did when he suggested the Irish peasants feed their babies to the rich.
Well, I don't know anything about Jonathan Swift, but I know one thing about your mother. She's a passionate woman who follows her heart. And I just love her.
Drink on, woman. Side entrance. Radman is on the phone and the photographer is snapping pictures.
So, in other words, Goldman owns the club and lives in it and owns the building, and he's gay. We're in choir heaven.
The newsroom, around a big open set with a bank of telephones and a glass window where the executive producer sits talking on the phone. A middle-aged gay man with glasses stands there to him, waiting patiently.
Black Lincoln with Ohio license plates. Got it. Well, it's a small area. If he's there, they'll spot him. Kevin Keeley slipped off to South Beach and the National Enquirer is tracking him. Call Miami and tell them to get on it. This could be real news.
Armand's apartment. Armand is at the piano playing I Could Have Danced All Night. Albert is dancing with Senator Keeley and singing in his ear, and Val is dancing with Barbara. Mrs. Keeley is sitting on the bench with Armand and singing.
All night.
Dance all night.
All night.
Oh, yeah.
Have begged for more.
I hope your mother knows I'm going to have a career after we're married.
Barbara, Albert is not my mother. He's a drag queen.
That's right. That's right. I just can't. He just sounds so much like a mother.
The door enters.
I could have danced.
Oh, what a lovely voice you have, Agador Spartacus.
Thank you very much. Dinner is served.
Keeley offers Albert his arm, and Barbara and Mrs. Keeley follow. Val looks at Armand.
Just go on in. I'm going to write a note to Catherine and tape it to the front of the door. Go on.
Dining room. The guests stand at the table, and through the open doorway, we can see Armand rushing around looking for a piece of paper.
And Mrs. Keeley there, and the senator on my left, and Val over there. Please sit.
You are the most gracious hostess.
Thank you. Oh, I'm having such a wonderful time.
Armand has now found a pad, is tearing a sheet of paper off. At the open door, we see and hear the others.
This is just what I've always dreamed of, a big, loving family gathered around the table, just the way it was when I was a girl.
Yes, that's how we grew up too.
Oh, it was a wonderful world then, wasn't it? Happy families, everyone speaking English, and no drugs or AIDS.
Easy on the wine, Mom.
What interesting china. It looks like young men playing together. Is it Greek?
I have no idea. I've never seen these bowls before.
Really? Barbara, get my glasses, will you, dear? They're in my purse on the sofa.
Barbara rises and flies into the living room towards the sofa, nearly colliding with Armand, who is racing towards the kitchen. Mrs. Keeley is squinting at the unused soup bowl, and Senator Keeley is searching through his pockets.
Here are my glasses. Is this Greek? Greek boys? Actually, naked Greek boys.
Oh, and girls. Don't you have any girls in your bowl?
I have one.
Oh, so do I. Look, Senator Keeley there. I think that's a girl.
Then it's been a long time since you've seen one. That's a boy. I may need glasses, but I can still see that.
I couldn't find the glasses. Maybe you left them in your car.
I must have mine somewhere.
In the kitchen.
Hurry, you idiot. They're sitting there looking at bowls now. What kind of a moron sets the table without looking at the bowls? Stop ladling. Just give me the pot.
In the dining room.
Just drives me so damn crazy. Wait, here they are. Ah, yes. Now, let's take a look and see what these Greeks are doing.
Soup's ready.
Oh, here we go. We're in luck. Some of Agador's superb soup. Oh, this is his specialty. It's called seafood chowder.
But isn't that a hard-boiled egg?
What? Why? Oh, yes, it is. This is so Guatemalan. They put hard-boiled eggs in just almost everything. Well, chicken is so important to them. It's their only real currency. And a woman is said to that her worth and weight is in hens, and a man's wealth is measured by the size of his cock. Do you all have soup? Yes. Would you just excuse me?
In the kitchen.
What the hell are you serving?
Sweet and sour peasant soup. I don't know why you called it seafood chowder.
What sweet and sour peasant soup?
I don't know. I made it up.
Oh my God, this is a nightmare.
In the dining room.
Where are you staying in Florida?
Oh, yes, with the bushes on Fisher Island. The Jeb bushes.
Oh, Fisher Island, such a lovely spot. My parents lived on Fisher Island until they died.
Weren't you just visiting your parents in Palm Beach?
What? Yes. Well, now that they're dead, they've moved. We're moved because my mother always said, live on Fisher Island, get buried in Palm Beach. That way you'll all have the best of Florida.
Excuse me.
The kitchen.
Dad, you've got to get in there. Everything's going to hell.
Make an entree.
What do you mean? You mean we just have soup?
Peasant soup is an entree. It's like a stew. That's why I put so much shit in it.
Shut up! Here, it's the note for Catherine. Put it on the outside door. I have to get back in there. They see if they before they eat through the bottom of the bowl.
I mean, I had an hour to shop. I had a million things to do. I mean, Madonna mia.
Shut up! All right. Stop crying. It's done. God damn you! Why are you standing there? Go. She'll be in here any minute.
I will go.
Man. Catherine's BMW passes a no cruising when light is flashing. She looks at her watch and shakes her head. A white van with letters on it moves slowly towards the street, and a young editor and his pretty blonde assistant, Faye, the editor, is driving. The blonde peers out the window, a slip of paper clutched in her hand, and the editor suddenly straightens.
Up ahead, see if the black Lincoln has Ohio plates.
Where?
With the chauffeur leaning against it.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I guess pull over.
They pull over to the only parking space on the street, in between the silver Escort and the black Lincoln, just as Catherine's BMW gets to the same space. The editor sticks his head out the window.
Sorry.
Catherine swears softly. U-turns again and inches forward. Armand's building. The moment tapping his foot on the front door is Val. He peers down the street and anxiously opens the door and darts back in. The moment is gone. Rabbit and the camera step out of the shadows.
Catherine, whatever you do, don't go upstairs. I'll call you tomorrow. Armand. It's going to be great.
In the dining room.
And from that day on, they decided to look for a cemetery they really loved instead of eating tofu. Daddy preferred Key Biscayne, but Mommy was afraid of the developers.
Senator Keeley?
No. Thank you. No more after this. I don't want to get too full.
Oh, don't fool of that. Mrs. Keeley, here, more soup.
No, really. I'm saving myself for the main course.
Oh, but I thought you misunderstood. This is the main course. In Guatemala jungle, peasant soup represents a coming together of the pot. Everything is in one pot. Everyone is in one big pot, as Agador's little village had it that way on a bath night. It's all together. But seriously, when two families is about to unite together, they dine together on peasant soup for the first meal to symbolize that they're both going to be in the same
pot.
Albert, same
pot.
Pot. Yes.
Oh, That's so incredible.
Yes.
Don't you think that's incredible, Dad?
Yes.
And this is such a great dish. Don't you think so, Mom?
Why, yes. What gives the soup greens that sweetish taste?
The pineapple? Oh, well, just in time for dessert. Did you get everything done?
Yes.
Then shall we have our coffee in the living room?
The Birdcage. The white van is parked behind the black Lincoln. Faye, the blonde assistant, is standing at the curb with a Keeley chauffeur handing him money. A few feet away, the young editor stands talking excitedly on a cellular phone. The street is darker, the music distant. Catherine finishes parking, her head rear front bumpers touching the cars on either side. She opens the door and nearly falls out, then looks at her watch and starts running. Armand's living room. They're seated on the seat drinking coffee and eating the cake that used to say, "To my piglet," from his uncle. Barbara looks haggard. Val is dazed. Armand's suit is crumpled. His dollar dog. Oh, God. Okay, I lost it there.
So, what do you think about these kids getting married, Senator?
Well, of course, he's only 18 and he's only 20, so naturally.
The music.
Good God, that sounds like it's coming from downstairs.
It is. It must be from the nightclub on the corner. This must be the same building.
You're joking. Oh, I always thought that was someone's television set.
Now, Mother, you know we live above the nightclub. My wife traveled all over the world with me, but deep down, she's still the same little girl from Grover's Corners.
Yes, I'm afraid I am a bit naive.
Don't you be ashamed of Grover's Corners, Mrs. Coleman. It may not be a chateau in France, but it's a damn good place to call home.
Oh, thank you. I will remember that. Of course, Armand is much more sophisticated than I am, but he comes from good stock, and so do these two youngsters.
Where's the bathroom?
I'll show you.
No, I want Mother Coleman to show me.
Oh, my dear child.
Armand suddenly sees Albert's crooked wig, leaps up, and grasps Albert's head in his hands, trying to straighten it.
One kiss.
On. I'm only going to the bathroom.
The wig's getting worse.
We'll all go. That's a pretty tough door to handle since the paint job.
Well, I think you're all crazy. My man.
Albert starts towards the bathroom with Armand and Val crowded on either side of him, their arms around his waist. Barbara leans her cheek against Albert's as they walk.
This is so wonderful. All of us together, all of us pot fou.
Oh, I think I'm going to cry. Oh, my goodness. I'm so happy.
He begins to weep.
Something very strange is going on here.
I know.
That dinner. And I know that there was something on those bowls. And the sun disappearing like that while we were eating.
I know just what's going on.
You do?
Of course I do. It's the oldest story in the world.
What is it?
She's a small town girl, and he's a pretentious European, the worst kind, with his cold D, whatever, and his decadent china. Oh, I've seen this before. Aristotle Onassis was like this, and all the French, especially Mitterrand and the English, not Margaret Thatcher, of course, but you can't tell me John Major doesn't have something on the side, and she just can't handle it.
Who?
Mrs. Coleman.
Why should she care about John Major?
No, Mrs. Coleman can't handle her marriage to him, to Coleman, with his nasty little European traditions and snobbery and that dig about Grover's Corners.
Oh, Evan, you're rambling.
Well, it makes me furious to see the contempt he has for her. Did you see him while she was talking? He looked almost frightened. And the son is patronizing too, and that fake European courtliness. One kiss and the way he bowed when he was introduced to you, and he doesn't even let her run the house. He's in the kitchen and he serves and he tells that beige savage what to do.
In the bedroom.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I've ruined everything.
Don't be silly. No one even noticed the wig. And where the hell is the spirit gum?
I don't know. They carted everything out of here.
I have a barrette. Let's try it. If you don't move your head too much, it might work.
Thank you. Oh, you're very sweet, girl. Oh, Val, I'm so sorry.
Living room.
Well, I noticed you didn't have this kind of blind sympathy for poor Bessie Jackson.
Bessie Jackson is an insensitive cow. This woman is a lady. For God's sake, I don't understand you. She's going to be your in-law too.
Well, if you think he's so terrible, maybe Barbara shouldn't marry his son.
I don't think he's terrible in that way. I mean, he's not going to get mixed up in some stupid scandal. Europeans are like Republicans. They don't sleep with women who go on a current affair, except for that moron Jackson.
I don't think I've ever seen you before.
What do you mean?
I don't even know who you are. You aren't even worried about Barbara, just your career and poor little Mrs. Coleman.
Oh, please. You're just as worried about my career as I am. You're the one who pushed for this marriage, and Barbara can handle that boy. She's a modern woman, tough as nails. But Mrs. Coleman cries if you call her mother. She's that vulnerable. My God, it just breaks my heart. They don't make women like that anymore.
2 drinks, double drink. Knock, knock, knock.
Hello? I'm home. I forgot my key.
Who is this?
It's Val's mother, Mrs. Goldman. Is Armand there?
Val's mother?
Mrs. Goldman?
Hello, Armand, open up.
So this is the whole story. That son of a bitch has a live-in mistress.
You're in the wrong house.
Coming.
Agador and Mrs. Keeley both race towards the door.
Good evening. May I take your purse? As usual or for the first time?
Thank you. You must be Senator and Mrs. Keeley, Catherine Goldman. I'm delighted to meet you. Please forgive me for being so terribly late, but
Sorry to take so long, but Barbara wanted to see...
They turn as Albert sweeps in, wig secured, followed by everyone.
What is she doing here?
Let me explain.
Yes, explain to all of us. I don't want to embarrass this lovely lady, but exactly how many mothers does your son have?
What?
This woman has just introduced herself as Val's mother. How many mothers does Val have?
Just one. This is my mother. My father owns the nightclub downstairs. My mother is the star. Agador's real name is Jake. He's from New Jersey.
What?
Lied to you. Barbara and I and everybody lied for us. These are my parents.
And this is my wife. And this is the lady who had Val.
It's nice to meet you, Catherine.
very nice, Val. You've done a good job.
Thank you. We're very proud of him.
I don't understand.
Wait a minute. The nightclub downstairs, he owns it? You mean he's not a cultural attaché?
No, and he's not married to a housewife. And their name isn't Coleman, it's Goldman. They're Jewish.
I don't understand.
He's a man.
He can't
They're
be.
both men.
He can't be. You can't be Jewish.
Kevin, this is a man.
What?
You don't understand? They're gay. They own the drag club downstairs. They're two men.
I just want you to know, Senator Keeley, that I meant every word I said to you about a return to family values and a stricter moral code.
I feel like I'm insane.
Look, it's very simple. Armand and I were together one night.
You cried. You said you. I don't.
Nothing's changed. It's still me with one tiny difference.
I don't understand.
Well, I'll explain it to you in the car. Let's go. Barbara,
No, I'm not coming.
don't do this to me, Barbara. I may not be as vulnerable as Mrs. Coleman, but I still have feelings. Someone has to like me best.
Take it easy. Take it easy, Louise. Barbara, we're leaving. And I want you to come with us.
Daddy, please.
Barbara, I've made your mother cry. I'm coming up for re-election. We're in the middle of a scandal. I'm in the house of a gay couple who own a drag club. Now, I understand that you want to get married, but how many lives do you want to ruin to do it?
I would have really liked to have you come as my family.
She goes with her father.
I just want to say, Mr., Mrs., Mr., whatever your name is, that I hope this won't influence your vote.
Senator Keeley.
Senator Keeley jumps startled and his hand shoots up in front of his face. A flashbulb goes off.
Oh, no.
Did you get him?
You get him?
Yeah.
No, I would have if you hadn't said Senator Keeley.
Trying to make a turn.
I was trying. Wait. I'm Harry Radman, even though I.
Yes, that's right. Rico, that's gonna be. I'm Harry Radman.
I'm Harry Radman, and I was trying to make a turn.
Outside the birdcage, there is a WXLT van parked outside. The cameraman setting up lights. Another van with the letters WLLS draws up to the corner. A crewman jumps out and calls to the blonde assistant, Faye.
What's the story?
If you don't know, then what are you doing here?
We got a call that you were here.
Radman and photographer come out the door and stand staring bitterly at the corner.
Those vultures.
Armand's bedroom. Senator Keeley lies stretched out on the chaise. Mrs. Keeley applies ice to the back of his neck, and Barbara stands weeping in the corner in Val's arms, and Armand sits brooding in a chair, and Agador passes a bottle around.
Another television van just arrived. And a car. It says Florida Eagle. Oh, that's just print news.
They have a great headline. Senator Jackson and his women drink. Senator Keeley and his men.
But it's perfectly innocent. You just came to meet the parents of the boy Barbara wanted to marry, and you didn't know.
Please, the people of this country aren't interested in details. They don't even trust details. They trust headlines.
Well, if I can put in my 2 cents, they don't have a thing on you. It's their word against yours that you're even here.
Well, they will have something on me because at some point I'll have to leave. People will notice if I'm never seen again. More candy?
Another TV crew. Oh, and they're going into the club. Wouldn't you know it? The one night I don't perform.
Can I get anyone some more soup?
No.
No.
Who made this?
I did. Thank you very much.
And it's wonderful.
Daddy, I'm so sorry.
I know.
Another shot, Senator?
I don't really drink.
Now is the time to pretend.
And we hear Cyril's voice.
And now we end as we begin. Our first number is our last number.
We
are
family.
I got all my sisters in me.
God, couldn't the Keeleys slip out with the audience at the end of the show?
I got all my sisters with me.
No, they're waiting for that. They'll recognize them in 2 seconds.
Not necessarily.
Later, Keeley in full drag sits in front of a dressing table facing away from the mirror. Albert in a suit is finishing his lips.
There. Now, remember, the first time is always a big shot. Ready? Turn.
Albert spins him around and he sees himself.
Oh my God.
Mrs. Keeley returns and shrieks.
Is that you, Louise?
Yes? Oh, it's terrifying, Kevin.
I know. I told them white would make me look fat.
In the birdcage.
A big hand for our girls, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody claps.
As we come to the end of the show, we are family too. Please sing along.
More clapping. Scattered through the audience are newsmen, reporters, and a few photographers. Suddenly, several of the newsmen stiffen as Armand comes from backstage and begins making his way through the club.
Who's that?
Well, it's not
Kevin
No,
Keeley.
it's not Kevin Keeley.
Their eyes follow him as he pauses to speak to the drag queen at the cash register, Zaza, and 2 other drag queens who work in the house. Armand, Zaza, and 2 other drag queens as they head briskly back towards the stage and disappear. Another truck pulls up outside. The media is now divided and Senator Keeley's chauffeur stands by the Lincoln. Side street entrance. Radman from the Inquirer and the photographer is squeezed near the front.
How long do you think these guys will wait?
As long as it takes. There's no story if they don't get them to come out.
In the birdcage, the newsmen glance. Armand, Zaza, and the 2 other drag queens, Cyril and Albert, stream in from the wings and joins the girl as they begin dancing down the stairs into the house. They are excited cries from the crowd. 2 newsmen.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
I hate shows that do this.
Some of the girls dance past.
This show is really assaultive.
Yeah, but interesting.
Sashaying around the house.
And we did dumb things, birds to feather.
He stops beside Val.
Keep moving toward the door.
There's an extremely handsome Latino.
I've never danced with a man before.
Oh, there's always a first time.
Back at Senator Keeley.
No one will dance with me in this dress. I told them white would make me look fat.
Dances by the chauffeur.
Meet me in 20 minutes on the corner of El Dorado and Palm.
Lady, not for $1 million.
Mrs. Keeley shoves the senator into the car. The door slams and the car drives off into the night. A New England church. A wedding is about to begin. On the right side, Mrs. Keeley sits with friends and relatives, all wealthy, tastefully groomed, traditionally dressed, and barely able to keep their eyes off. Albert and Armand sit on the left side with their friends and relatives. Catherine, the Goldman girls, Tony and his wife, the green grocer, and the butcher, and their wives. Albert's mother and 2 brothers, Armand's aunt and uncle, etc. There are 4 ushers, one of them Chuck, one of them a friend college of vows we have never seen before, an Agador who now lives down the aisle seating latecomers. The bridesmaids are lovely, Gentile girls. The matron of honor looks like Queen Elizabeth and stares helplessly at Agador. Priest, the rabbi in attendance, the rabbi is gay. The left side, Zaza and the second drag queen staring openly at the right side.
Robert Dole is gorgeous.
At the end of the row, we see Robert Dole staring fixedly ahead. 2 matrons glance covertly at the left side.
Which one is the mother?
I just don't know.
The music begins playing and matron barely walks down the aisle and Senator Keeley's arm. The guests on the right side of the church wash their scarred faces and Mrs. Keeley weeps gently. The guests on the left side of the church clutch their hearts. Oh, I said guests and not hearts. Armand and Albert sob. The bride reaches the altar and looks at the groom. The groom smiles at her, and the ceremony begins. The end! Woo! We made it to the end of the birdcage. Wow!
Let's the newspapers under us.
let's be clear. That script, goddamn ELAINE May, that script is terrific.
Good.
She doesn't need our praise. She's ELAINE May, but damn, that script is great.
Well, she did have some source
It is
material.
really interesting. It's like
I think
Yes.
that's
Yes.
still good today. Like if that movie were to be made, it's still awesome today.
Yeah, yeah. And so,
Don't eat that.
and the musical
Sorry.
is great too. La Cage aux Folles is a great musical too. So yeah, she had incredible source material. Wow, we got through it, and we didn't go too long over 2 hours, which is actually an accomplishment for us. And I've gone through a whole bottle of wine, so that's something. Wow. So thank you, everybody. That was amazing. You were all incredible, as always. I do want to do a few plugs first before we go into some final words. So Scripts Gone Wild, as everybody knows, as most of the world has been, we have not been doing live shows for the past year and a half because of the pandemic. We will return to live shows in the fall. We're working with El Cid to figure an exact date when we're going to be back. I can't tell you exactly when that's going to be yet, but it's going to be in the fall, October and November. We'll be doing another live show at El Cid in Los Angeles. We're very, very excited about that. We miss our live audiences. But in the meantime, we have a couple of virtual reads that are coming up. We're going to be doing a read with Skyline Indie Film Festival, which is going to be September the 11th. And we're going to be doing Wayne's World. The whole festival is celebrating Penelope Spheris. She's going to be there with us, receiving an award. We're going to be screening Decline of Western Civilization. We're going to be reading Wayne's World. It's a whole celebration about Penelope and her awesome career as a director. And so that's going to be September 9th through the 12th, but we're going to be performing September the 11th. And then also, I can't tell you exactly what yet or when because it hasn't been announced officially, but I can say we're going to be back at Fantastic Fest in Austin, Texas in the end of September as well, doing another read with them. So we're super excited about that. If you want to support us, you can do so at our Patreon account, patreon.com/scriptsgonewild. We love all of our Patreon subscribers. You get some perks. You get to vote on our Finish Your Drink lines, all sorts of other fun stuff. One more time, I want you to please, if you haven't yet, please consider making a donation to $3 Bill Cinema. You can do so. You can follow the chat, or you can donate at paypal.me/scriptsgonewild or via Venmo at scriptsgonewild. An awesome organization. They're doing amazing work for the queer community and specifically queer cinema in Seattle and beyond. So please donate to them. They're doing awesome stuff. And yeah, I'm going to give it one more time for our amazing cast. We've got Mink Stoll. We've got Del Shores. We've got Jason Stewart. Yes, Jason Stewart. Starina herself, Emerson Collins.
Yes.
Mr. Richard Leacock.
Woo!
Iacono Spartacus, Mitch Hara.
Yay!
Colangelo.
Yay!
Natalie Nicole Dressel.
Yay!
Rico Anderson.
Yay!
Randy. Hell yeah. Randy Thompson.
Yes!
Alexis Iacono.
Yes!
Carolina Bonetti.
Yay!
Joni Matt.
Oh, Joni.
And of course, Kate Harold.
Yay, Kate.
We're on the socials at Scripts Gone Wild. You can find us scriptsgonewild.com. I feel like I want to give Jason, what's the final line that people need to leave with tonight? The last thing that needs to be in their heads.
Oh my God. Don't take the car, you'll kill yourself.
I think that's an appropriate line to go out on. Everybody wave to the audience at home.
And as always, thank you, Billy Ray, for hosting and having us.
Oh, thank you. I'll drink